Welcome everyone to this afternoon's amazing webinar session. I always promise you that it will be the most productive lunch break you've had this week. For those of us who still do have lunch breaks, most of us have working breaks, right? Today we're going to talk about a really cool topic that you'll find very, very helpful and very interesting. And joining me is Lisa Voortman, our head of education. Now, I can tell you that Lisa is a qualified special needs teacher. She has a postgraduate degree in diploma in psychology. But before Lisa joined Grow, she ran a ECD center for many years. And besides for sitting behind the books and studying, I think always of Lisa sitting on the mat, working with the children and enjoying that the most. In 2014, Lisa co-founded Grow ECD with Tracy Chambers. And Lisa, 10 years ago, you started working with our first ECD center partner in Langa. And since then, hundreds of ECD centers have joined the Grow program and started using our services. And you've really built up over time the play-based curriculum. And I think I'd love to hear from everybody on the call. Why are you here today? What would you like to hear about? But we are going to be talking about the curriculum, how it works, and how you can access it. So just some housekeeping. This meeting is being recorded, and 24 hours after this meeting, the link to the YouTube video is going to be shared to everyone by email. And you can also check this video whenever you want on Facebook and share it with those who perhaps was not able to join. So let's get started. We're talking about an online curriculum and teacher's guide. Now, Lisa, before we get into the guide, I just want to give people a little bit of context. I see there's a lot of new people on the webinar today. Perhaps you've heard of Grow, you think maybe you know quite a bit about what we do. I can give you a quick overview. And if there's any of these services that you're interested in, just reach out to us or go to our website or our Facebook page and we'll tell you more. I think what we've done at Grow ECD is we're thinking about how can we help ECD centers across the country bring 5-star early learning into every neighborhood, because every child deserves access to really good quality education. And at the same time, we know that when you're running a preschool, you are running a business and you have the heart for the children. You also need to develop the business mindset. And these things have to go together so that you run a more sustainable ECD center that can last for many generations and impact many children in your community. So if you want to get started in working with Grow and seeing what services we have available, our free mobile app is the place to start. There are 3 apps: Giraffe, Meerkat, and Lion. And Giraffe is the app that you'll use as the center owner or principal. And it really is a tool that helps you manage your whole preschool from your phone. It's a free app that has resources that you can download, tools to manage your finances, learner registration, attendance tracking. You can access data-free online training. You can do your administration and your reporting, whether it's your reporting for DBE or for your funders. You can really see how your center is doing and access tools and training. Inside the app, if you have the app right now and you go in there today, you'll see there's a section on curriculum. And the curriculum is what we're talking about today, which is an NCF-aligned play-based curriculum. We're going to show you what that's all about and how to use it. And the themes. And then if you are close to our offices, which is in Midrand, Cape Town, Durban, and Gqeberha, if you're close to those areas, you can join our ECD Business Accelerator, which is an incredible training program. We host the accelerator 4 or 5 times a year because it's so popular. And it's a 6-part in-person course, only for center owners and principals. And in this course, you're going to learn how to run your preschool like a business and how to provide quality education. And that course is only 600 Rand. It is a bargain. This first cohort was fully booked already. So you'll have to apply for the next one if you want to join that. And then finally, if you are ready to take your ECD Center all the way to 5-star early learning and you want a guide, you want someone to walk the road with you, right? Because running an ECD Center on your own is very hard work. Then our ECD Small Business Program might be what you need. This is a 3-year support program where we walk alongside you to support your business sustainability, improve your finances, and improve the quality of the education that you offer. So it includes all of those education support aspects as well as business support. When I say education support, that is your curriculum, your classroom kit, the teacher training, the mentoring, all of that. And when it comes to business support, it's where our business mentor works with you to make sure that you're breaking even, that you're making enough money, that you are understanding registration and achieving the compliance requirements, and even accessing low-cost finance if you need it. So Grow is trying to be your one-stop shop. Please reach out to us if your ECD Center is interested in any of these services, and we'll be happy to help you. Okay. So Lisa, when it comes to, I mean, I've read the NCF, right? And I see what we need to do to create play-based curriculums for our classroom. And it's a lot. It also looked quite complicated to me. With your experience working in early learning, what are the challenges that teachers are facing when it comes to implementing quality education?
Celine, over the years, I've spent a lot of time in the centers working with the teachers and the center owners. And, the reality is that a lot of teachers that are dedicating their whole day to these wonderful little learners that they're working with are actually not qualified. And many of them have never been to a training college or learned very much, but they're doing the very best that they can. And what we really want to do is to be able to provide those teachers in particular with everything that they need to implement in the classroom. Because it's not easy to say, well, go home and plan a lesson when you haven't even had enough training on that. So that's a definite start, is to address the teachers who haven't got training. And then, a year is a long time to work with a group of children, and to be able to plan carefully so that every single theme is addressed, every single learning area is adequately planned for. That's also really hard. So those are some of the challenges that we do notice.
Absolutely. And partly that's why you came up with the idea of taking our curriculum and turning it into an online teacher's guide. I mean, just tell us a bit about that journey
Okay.
and what that means.
So basically what this online curriculum really is, it's an easy to use interactive lesson planner, which is available on your phone. So we really wanted to create a curriculum that would also act like a mentor in a teacher's ear, showing her and guiding her step by step to implement a play-based education in her classroom. And we wanted to make sure that every teacher could have access to the curriculum any time of the day and not be limited by a book. Because so often you would get a printed curriculum manual and it lives at the school. And then on Saturday afternoon, you want to plan your week ahead and you haven't got access to the curriculum that your school is using. And we know a teacher's day is incredibly busy, and taking time to plan and prepare is so important. And if, especially if a teacher really wants her week to run smoothly. So the curriculum supports her with that planning by showing her exactly what to do for every day of the week and for every hour of the day.
That's amazing. And I mean, I've seen the teacher's guidebooks, and they are thick, thick books with 40
Yeah.
themes for the whole year. There's a lot of planning you need to do as a teacher. And so essentially
Yeah.
you've gone from the book to more interactive visuals.
Yeah, absolutely. We've really wanted to turn a dry boring book full of words. And also, you know, in English, which is really hard for a lot of teachers who haven't used English as their first language. And so the online curriculum is a supplement to that because it's a lots of visuals. So you can watch a teacher doing a lesson and say, oh yeah, I know how to do that. So it's supportive in that way as well. And what's really nice is that you don't have to go and look for resources. They're already planned for you.
Absolutely. I can imagine that there's many teachers spending their weekends on Google trying to find resources that are locally relevant for South Africa. And with this resource, with this online curriculum, everything is already in there. Okay, but don't take my word for it. Let me show you a quick video. We went to talk to a few teachers who have been using it. Let's see what they have to say.
The online curriculum, it's very helpful because it makes things shorter and easy.
Preschool teachers love the Grow curriculum. It's their weekly theme and lesson plans for every day of the week per age group. In line with the National Curriculum Framework, every week starts off with the planning section. Here, an experienced teacher shares a voice note overview of the week. Every song and rhyme is recorded. You will see photos of the equipment, short fun videos, additional story activities, digital book resources, afternoon activity ideas, top tips from other teachers, and extension ideas.
Well, I think the online curriculum has made like a huge difference with us. You get a better understanding of what you should do as a teacher.
You are going to love preparing for every week, and your children will love it too.
Well, that looks
The
like
online
fun. Okay, we're going to go into a demo soon, but before we do that, Lisa, talk us through some of the features and the benefits that we should know about.
Well, I think one of the really amazing features with this online curriculum is that you are able to access a variety of things. So if you want to do a song, the song is actually recorded for you and it's on your phone. The template of the PDF of the words of the song, they're ready for download. So you just have to print it. You also have little tips all the way through that give you little reminders of things that a teacher needs to know, and only another teacher really can share that type of advice with her. We've also added things like links to books. So we've partnered with Nali Bali and with Book Dash, and we've provided the link to the theme so that the teacher is able to do a story that week that matches the theme. And we've included things like rhymes and songs and videos of teachers doing lessons, photos of the art activities, of such a variety of things to really make the curriculum come alive, the planning to be exciting instead of just like another drudge.
Absolutely. And for those of you wondering whether the curriculum is accredited, I do have good news regarding that. The curriculum was accredited many years ago, and also earlier this year, we received a reconfirmation of the curriculum accreditation by the Department of Basic Education for the Western Cape. That's called your Form 17, in case you know the details. And it means that it shows that this curriculum meets the rigorous standards that DBE has set. Also, we sent the curriculum off to Finland, to Education Alliance Finland, and they did an independent review with educators from across the world, and they scored this curriculum a 93% quality score for the quality of this pedagogy. So it really is locally and internationally accredited and endorsed. And the curriculum was funded, the development was funded by the Lego Foundation. So it really also lives up to their play-based education approach. Now, if you're wondering, this is not a new curriculum. It's really been around the block for a while, and we've tested it and improved it. In 2022, we launched it with all of the centers that are part of the Grow program. And then in 2024, we launched it publicly earlier last year. And since then, I can tell you that right now, over 230 preschools across the country are using it across 5 provinces, and more than 11,000 learners every day are benefiting from the themes. I think the theme this week is my classroom and my friends, or my body. But I mean, I'm even following the themes. I'm loving it. It really is fantastic. So Lisa, shall we do a demo?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think everybody is interested in what does it look like. Find the. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. You might see other things pop up or pop down. Sorry. I want to escape there and bring you here. All right. So I'm showing you on my laptop, but remember, you can do all of this on your phone. So from your phone or your tablet or your laptop, you can access these things. I've logged into the Grow training courses. You can see all our training here, and the curriculum is loaded in here as well. So we are going to look at the 2 to 5-year-old curriculum. This one is term 4, week 3, the C. And I have opened it up for us here. The C. Okay, Lisa, so walk us, we're going to start planning.
Yes, so planning is obviously so important, especially for young beginner teachers who haven't planned and haven't understood all they have to do. So what we've done is we've put a voice note, which is a little summary of the week ahead. So the teacher listens to that and she says, I've got an idea of where my week is going. So that's your starting point.
Let me play that for you.
Hello and welcome back. It's term 4, week 3, and our theme is the C. At arrival time this morning, we greet the learners and remember to observe any signs of illness or health issues that they might have and make a note of them.
I'm just going to pause there. So that's amazing. So an experienced teacher takes you through a 7-minute voice note, talks you through the entire week.
That's exactly right. Then we have the suggested planner, and this gives you down to the number of minutes even that you need for a particular activity. And this is a guide. It's not a prescription. You can do it as you wish, but these are some of the ideas. And then we also give you an idea of what equipment you might need to gather for this week. So paper plates or feathers or washing pigs, these are some things that we feel you should collect and have ready for your week. Then your morning ring time, we cover arrival and health check, and you will note that there is Elder 1, well-being, aim 2, aim 3, and aim 5. So we make sure that every activity links directly back to the NCF. Then we go through our greeting and news activity, and here we've given the teacher an idea of let's count how many friends are there today. We count them, we clap them, let's dance it out. And we give them a variety of activities. Then we go down to our news time. And here is an example of a news book that a teacher made where she drew a picture and wrote the words, I play on the beach. And every morning the children try and practice the sentence that they wrote on week 1 with the teacher. And then we have our news activities. Each day of the week, there's different news activities that you could do. And then we do the register. And here is just a little recording of how to do it in case teachers get lost with how to record learners on their phone. We go down to birthday and we give them some ideas. And these are some of the resources that we offer in our kit, but that you could make. And we have an amazing list of how to make your own equipment. So if you don't have a birthday chart just like this, that's okay. You can make one of your own. And then we go down, Helene, maybe take us all the way down to art and free play. Oh, well, there we go. Here are some PDFs. You can have a look. Each one of these you can open download and print if you would like it on your wall. And then we have listen to the song. Okay, watch your eyes.
There's a Father up above, and He watches us with love.
That's so cute. So if you've never heard the song, or you like me, you're not very good at singing, you can actually play the song from here.
Yeah. Thanks, Helene. We go on still in our morning ring, we do weather, and now here we are doing a theme discussion. And sometimes the teacher's not sure what to do during theme discussion. So on Monday, the questions are there and it says, what is sea life? What do we mean by that? And if you open that, we have a picture and we have a variety of questions. Do we find people in the sea? What do we get in the sea? We find plants, sea animals, grasses, seaweeds, just to give teachers a little bit of a boost of what to do during theme time. And below you'll see an example of our theme table. If you scroll down, here is just an example of a theme table about the sea. And these are just some fun things that the teacher could make and add to the theme table. Some of these are homemade, as you can see.
Cool. Shall I go to
And then
free play?
Yeah, art and free play. That's the next category. This is when you move from morning ring to your stations, your learning areas. So in art area, we've got 10 children because we can't do all art at the same time. And others are playing in another area doing something different. So here is an example of our art and free play time. If we scroll down a little bit, you'll see that again, we have a listen and learn, a top tip for the teacher. And here on Monday for art, we are going to paint the hand with blue ink and we show them a picture of it. Then if you click on Wednesday, there is a little video of another activity that you can do with the sea. And it's in the form of a little video. So maybe, Helene, you want to play that one quick?
Give each learner their page from Monday. They now need to give the octopus some eyes and a mouth and add some detail for the picture. Use the Lego blocks to print the suckers on the octopus legs. They can also add some colorful fish, starfish, and perhaps a shark using crayons.
Cute. So, I mean, that's a great way to use Lego in a way that I've never even thought about while incorporating your theme.
Yeah. So then we move on, and you'll find there's an outside play and movement section. A little bit further down, yeah, that's the finished product. And we've also included in this some cutting activities because we've noticed that children really are struggling with their fine motor. There are some extra cutting activities that you can do. Then we have outside play and movement. And each week we have different activities that the teacher can do for each day. So on Monday, she's going to do the fish freeze activity, which is explained there, playing some music. And when the music stops, they should freeze and they can continue to swim around the classroom until the music stops. Then they go and do some water play activity outside where you can put out a big basin with water and have some little plastic fish or other things in there. And then also so important is free play time. Time for children to go outside and select what they'd like to do. So each day of the week, you will find different activities planned. If we click down to second ring is a very, very important time of the day. And unfortunately, the minute children are finished with outside, then the teachers think, well, it's snack and sleep. And they miss out on this dedicated maths and language time. We often recommend to teachers that are struggling to remember to do second ring to sometimes swap it do first ring at second ring time so that you make sure that you never miss out. Here again is a maths and language activity. It's a listen and learn. We can go down a little bit. And there is on a Monday, if you click on the Monday or Tuesday, there you have an activity. Today's activity, this one is so much fun, and I have done it a few times with the children. Helene, just play it just for the fun of it.
Today we will be doing a science experiment. Show the learners the difference between normal tap water and salt water or seawater. Pour tap water into 2 glasses, but add lots of salt to the 1 glass. Let them taste the water. Now take an egg and drop it gently into the normal tap water. The egg will sink. Drop an egg into the extremely salty water and the egg will float. Wow! Now that's interesting.
So little things like that, they are so important to do. And some are asking, what time of the day should you be doing second ring? Second ring is often a good time just after they've been playing outside, where they've burnt off all that crazy energy. You come in and you have a routine where you wash your hands, perhaps you wash your face, come and sit on the mat. And why not start with a breathing activity, a way to get the children to center themselves and be ready to learn. And then you can start that, and that's before lunchtime.
That's amazing.
And then, yeah, these are all the activities. And again, like we said, they are printable downloads. So there's the song, Once I Caught a Fish Alive. All you have to do is print that and put it on your wall, and you have that. And there is a rhyme as well. And if you listen to the rhyme, it helps the teacher who doesn't know this rhyme.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let him go again.
So cute. Thanks.
Yeah. Then we have drama and music, and that's also part of your everyday. It's all planned as part of your second ring. And then we move down to story time. Story time in some centers is done before they nap, and others when they wake up from their nap. Just depends on how you want to do it. And this is such a cool feature here, is if you go and you look, there is a book available together with the questions that the teacher could ask. And we've linked it to Book Dash and Nali Bali. So if you click on the C theme there, you will be able to directly click on the book that you want to use in your lesson. And we've also had a wonderful partnership with Mikulu, and we've got book sharing ideas in the story section as well, so that every teacher knows of what she could do when she comes to book sharing. And then there's an afternoon activity, and this is for some centers where the children are there all afternoon and it's chaos. They just run around like absolute crazies, and there's no structure to it. In some cases, we give the teachers ideas of things that they can do in the afternoon to provide certain structures for the children.
Wow. Okay.
And that is it.
That was a mouthful, and that is the curriculum for the 2 to 3 year olds. Sorry, the 2 to 5 year olds.
2 to 5.
What I wanted to show you here is you can see there's a curriculum 2 to 5 year olds term 1, 2, 3, and 4, which you can access here. Let's show you our baby curriculum. Baby curriculum was started, I think last year, Lisa. We introduced the baby curriculum.
You know, we discovered so many little babas under the age of 2 sitting, lying, doing nothing all day because the teacher just didn't know what she was supposed to do with them. So we created a weekly plan so that builds in a lot of repetitive activities where children can learn and repeat them until they feel comfortable doing that. So again, it's also available online. And if you go down, that's all the equipment that you might need to gather for the week and the summary for the week like we had before. And then arrival and health check is covered there. We give you good ideas of how to handle the transition between home and school. So good tips on that. And then each day is divided into a number of activities. And we have quiet individual activities where we understand that a 1-year-old who's not yet social needs time to just sit and interact and look at other children. He doesn't want a structured activity of learning. He wants to engage. So we've got activities for that. We've included our breakfast time, lots of tips for teachers. And then you'll see here we have circle time. Again, all the elders are accounted for, equipment that you might need to gather for that activity. And here we have music time activity. And we want to give all the babies a piece of ribbon to hold and twirl while we play music. You can tie it to their wrists or their feet and play music. Very important is sensory time. Here we fill the pond or a basin with shredded newspaper balls, and we ask the children to explore the textures and feel. They love to tear and put it in their mouths, and all of that is absolutely okay to do during sensory time. And then the next activity after sensory time is our cognitive activity. And that's very, very much about providing children with stimulation so that they are in a position for cognitive development. We're not trying to teach them anything. We're trying to give them opportunities where they can learn through doing and through playing. So this activity...
I see also with each activity, you've highlighted what to do if the baby is not yet sitting. So you're really accommodating all the levels of development here for the babies.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really important is we do lots of top tips for the teachers because they mostly are left to their own devices. Here's a video that you can see.
Listening to and responding to rhythmic music is joyful. Dancing and moving in time with music develops auditory stimulation and helps them to build motor skills while allowing them to practice self-expression. It encourages creativity and imagination.
I can't help but just smiling watching these videos. They are just the cutest thing and totally cost effective. You can take strips of fabric. You can take anything you like to make these little ribbons that we tie onto them.
Absolutely. And I mean, as a parent, I would be so thrilled to know that the teacher taking care of my baby during the day is not just watching them and keeping them safe, but really stimulating them, preparing them and yeah, preparing them for the future.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, so our baby curriculum is fairly new, and it is being used so widely because there isn't anything similar to this for that age group. And again, here we have book dash books linked to the themes that we have covered. Nully Bully books, there's one on flying a kite, available in all languages. So you can download the language of your choice. And then we do nap time, make sure all that is done. And then at mat time, this is the cutest thing. Everybody is terribly frightened of doing anything like art or creative with the little ones, but it can be done. So the first section we cover is gross motor time, and we give activities for babies that are not yet sitting. So you might have a 6-month-old and you say, well, what can I do? I leave him in his cot. But he can do certain activities even though he's not yet sitting. So we've made sure we covered that age group as well. And then if you look at the creative art activity, so today we just put a cup of water, doesn't have to be a mug, just a little cup of water with paintbrushes on the floor, and the children have to paint on the newspaper that you've stuck on the floor, just with a brush and paper.
That's
So
perfect.
that's
So
a fun one.
it's not messy, but it's actually very
No,
exciting for the kids, and they're learning all those basic skills.
exactly right.
I remember taking a paintbrush and painting on the Vibercrete wall with water. And
Exactly.
I thought I was a fantastic artist.
Yeah. So obviously with this age group, they are not yet playing interactively with each other. So they need free time. They need time where things are there for them, where they are not expected to participate in a group or share. Because remember, they're not sharing yet. They're just learning to give each other time with activities and toys. Yeah, so there's lunchtime, then there's a nap time. And again, each one of these activities can be moved to suit your school and your class. So if you do not do 2 naps in a day, then you can change it. If you do many more, you can move things around. It's up to you how you plan. And then we've got outdoor play. And again, outdoor, please, teachers don't take their babies outside anymore. And we say, but it's not that they're going to get sick. It's not that cold. Let them go outside. Let them breathe fresh air. And then we've got a bit of free time again. And yeah, so this is pretty much our baby curriculum.
Amazing. Okay, I'm sure that there have been lots of questions. Let me just have a look here in the chat. So, at what time should second ring start? What time are the things start? Okay, so that's where you showed us at the beginning that daily planner, which gives ideas for the timing, right? And you can download that if you need it.
Yes. So that's really important, is that you have the freedom to pick ideas out of the curriculum that is planned for the day and do it when it suits your little learners. If yours are there at 7 o'clock, you can't wait till 9 o'clock to start an activity. You've got to be adjust your day.
Absolutely.
So that's really important.
Yeah, I mean, and Lisa, in most of the ECD centers that we work in, there are learners with learning difficulties or disabilities, whether it's fetal alcohol syndrome or other issues. What's your advice for a teacher when they're using the curriculum in that sense?
Sure. I have been doing quite a bit of work with that exact at the moment. And what I've realized is that you can't specify in a curriculum that if a child has Down syndrome, he must do this activity. If a child has that, they must do another. What we know is that all activities are gradable. So you will find in the curriculum, they might have a 2 to 3 year old idea, a 3 to 4 idea, and a 4 to 5. So if the 4 to 5 year old has developmental delay, don't do the 4 year old activity. Do the 2 year old activity with this child so that you are able to grade the activity to the developmental stage that the child is in.
Yes, yes. And then I see a lot of you have asked questions about how do you access the curriculum on your app and what does it cost? Okay, give me 3 more minutes because Lisa and I today are going to do some great news, Okay, how do you access it on your phone? We're going to show you. So, and if you have the app, you have the curriculum, it's both baby and the 2 to 5 year olds. It's the whole thing that you'll have access.
Correct.
Okay.
You will also have access on the app to the entire PDF, the printed version.
Yes.
So if a teacher wants the printed book, she's able to download that. It's available on the app as well.
Yes, yes. And Lebogang, thank you for that comment. You're saying the storybook should be a big book for the babies. Absolutely. I mean, that's also where libraries, we must not forget about our libraries. But if your teacher hasn't had an opportunity, or perhaps your school reading corner doesn't have enough books, then at least the digital options are there. Lisa and I always say, we don't want kids behind tablets. That's not easy. No. But you know, where we have no other options, then at least if you have a tablet and you can show a book on there, that's your second best, really.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's get into the final section of what we wanted to share with you today. We've showed you the We've showed
Demo.
and, it's very clear that this is going to empower teachers. It'll help you plan and prepare with confidence. I can see teachers will be loving Monday again because they'll be prepared. And Lisa, when do teachers usually do their planning and preparation? Is it the week before?
Yeah, so best practice for me has always been a Friday afternoon. Children start leaving quite early on a Friday. Sometimes you have a special popcorn day or you let them play outside. That's the day to sit and look at your planner for the week ahead. Listen to the voice note, say, oh, yeah, I've got an idea. It also gives you a list of things to gather over the weekend. So maybe you're wanting to go and find some shells at the beach, and maybe you're wanting to go and make something out of paper and string and wool. These are things that you can prepare because you know in advance. You also are able to go around your classroom and go and collect the resources that you need for the week ahead. Because on Monday, when somebody's got a temperature and a runny nose and not feeling well and crying, and then you've got to start looking for equipment, it just creates chaos. So Friday afternoon, over the weekend, even plan and prepare and get yourself ready for Monday.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what I really enjoy about it, the feedback that we've received is from teacher assistants even and teachers who have only started their ECD qualifications, or maybe they don't even have matric yet, they're working towards their qualification, that this is helping them to level up their teaching skills and be more confident that they can do what they need to do as they're even working towards that. So for all of you wondering, hoeveel kost it? How much does it cost? Tell us now. The curriculum has always been available on the app through a subscription service at 1,000 Rand per term. But we have gone and spoken to our big bosses and we said, please, there are teachers all over the country who need a quality curriculum and who need a guide. And we have been able to convince them that for the rest of this year, the online curriculum in the app is going to be free. So every single ECD center anywhere in South Africa is allowed to get onto this online curriculum and use it for free. This includes if you have teachers, your teacher can get the Meerkat app, and every single teacher and assistant teacher in your school can also use the curriculum to plan and prepare. There'll be no reason why every single person in your school who's teaching and educating won't be able to do this. So what we need is a few more days to do some changes on the back end of our app. By Friday, the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, we are going to make sure that the curriculum is accessible for free on your phone. So currently, if you go onto the app, you go to the My Tools section, there should be something called curriculum, which is grayed out. You can't click on it. You can't click on it. By Friday for Valentine's Day, we're going to spread the love, right? And then that thing is going to be green. So in the My Tools section, curriculum, that's where you're going to find the curriculum PDFs. That's also where you're going to find a written reminder of what are all the things that you need to prepare per theme per week. And you can click through to this online curriculum that I just showed you. But the other section to go to is in training. So My Tools, training. And in training, you will find that picture that I showed you with the baby terms and the 2 to 5-year-old terms. That's where you're going to find that online curriculum, the one with the voice notes, the photos, the songs. And really, really good news is that is data free. So your teachers who are using their own phones, they're not going to be using their own data. I think it's really important that they make sure that all their apps are not updating in the background, but the online curriculum is data free. Okay, so that is our gift. Here you can see if you've got curriculum, My Classroom and Friends, you can click, you can download, and here is training. That's where you can go to whichever term you're in and the theme. Okay, so that's our gift.
Just a reminder, sorry, Helene, just a reminder, I know people will say, oh, but I couldn't find the live version on the curriculum button. It has to be in training because training allows videos to play and we are able to control the data costs that way. So that's where you will find all the curriculums.
Yes. So it
Yeah.
seems strange that it's under training, but because there's videos and voice notes in there and we want it to be data free, the training site is data free. That's the section that's data free. That's why it's in there. And while you're there, you can even discover all the other training that we offer, all the way from budgeting to a teacher development program, how to market your ECD center, parent to workshops, lots of really great things.
And even as you're looking at that page right now, if you look at the very bottom of these under my tools, you will see newsletters. Do you know that there are newsletters for every single theme? So you could send them via WhatsApp to your parents. So, these are amazing little extras that are there under my tools.
Amazing. So you could show your parents exactly which themes you're doing and which week, and you can show them a newsletter for things that they can do at home to really support you. Now, Lisa, there's been some questions on the chat also about the resources you need, right? The examples of the product. Now, how do you know if this ECD online curriculum is going to work for you? Number one, you and your teachers need to have some form of an Android device. It does not work on iPhones. So you need an Android smartphone or a tablet or a laptop to access, and you need access to some data just to log in. So that's what you need to log in. Once you're logged in, it's data free. Your centers must use the free Grow ECD apps, whether it's Giraffe for the owner or Meerkat for the teacher, because that's how you'll access it. Your center will need some basic educational equipment, right? And we have a recommended list of equipment for you. I'll show you now. And then I think it's really important that your center should have a curriculum implementation champion. What do you think, Lisa?
Absolutely.
Someone who drives it.
You know what a lot of schools do is that on a Friday afternoon, they sit with a tablet and they sit in the teacher planning circle and they all go through the curriculum for the week ahead and they discuss it, they watch the videos, listen to the voice notes, and it's a communal time where the person who is driving curriculum implementation in a center is the one to be able to call the meeting and make sure that the teachers are also, excited for the week ahead.
Absolutely. So if you need a list of the recommended items, you can download that from the app in our resource center. You'll go to My Tools, Resources, Articles and Tips. And in there, you find the list of recommended items. You can also ask our help desk if you need us to email that to you. I'm sure that my colleague Terrell has been putting the app help desk number in the chat. This is the one you need to screenshot. Okay, so if you take a screenshot on your phone right now, this is the number for our app help desk. You can email, you can call, or you can WhatsApp us. And the help desk is available during office hours to help you navigate, find what you need. Maybe you're not sure where to go, or you didn't know how to load a teacher. We can give you training and we can give you advice. Okay, so take a screenshot of that right now. All right, I'm going to stop sharing because that is essentially the big news. Let me check in the chat to see what people are saying. Michaela says best Valentine's gift. I agree, Michaela. I don't want a white fluffy teddy bear, that's for sure. I'd much rather take something that's helpful. And Mukhaiji says that it has been helping me at home as well. Okay, wow, that's great. Thank you so much.
It's lovely to know.
Best news ever. Lauren was asking about Apple. So sorry, Lauren, right now Apple is not supported. Sorry about that. And see if there's any other questions.
And Helene, just a quick one is that the only way that you will have Meerkat is if your center owner has the Giraffe app.
Yes.
So she starts with the Giraffe app, she loads teachers onto her Giraffe app, and that unlocks Meerkat for the teachers. Yes. So if you are a teacher at your school and your center owner is not on, you've got to go to her and say, come, you've got to load your school onto the Giraffe app, put the teacher's name in under staff, and then that will unlock her Meerkat access.
Absolutely. Hold on, I saw a really great comment here. Nontobeko, she says she's doing the budgeting course, the training course, and it's teaching me a lot. It's it's very cool. I went through that course as well, and I was like, yo, there's a lot to learn, but it's really great. So as you can see, Grow ECD really is trying to make resources more accessible. I think especially if your center is maybe not in a big city or suburb, oftentimes the nonprofits and the bigger organizations can't reach you that easily. Now with the app, you can have access to downloads, to training, to resources, to tools and materials, and even a curriculum, all the way from babies to 5-year-olds. And it really is making it so much easier for you to focus on your work rather than focusing on trying to find good quality things that have been made in South Africa. So we really hope you enjoy it. Try it out on Friday. Lisa, any final thoughts?
I just really hope that it inspires a few teachers to just get excited again. Like we said, make Mondays fun again. Just have that feeling of I'm not alone sitting with a piece of paper trying to find what to do next. That I can go onto this app and just feel excited. So yes, I hope you all give it a bash, give it a try.
Yeah, yeah. So remember, it's going to be free from Friday. In
Yes.
Essentia, she says, I love the 2 to 5-year-old pack. I can't wait for the baby one. A lot of educational things inside. Absolutely enjoy it. Thank you everyone for joining us, and may the rest of the week be very blessed and very productive. And we'll see you at the next webinar. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.